Vinylmation Junior. So the talented Thomas Scott has been working on Vinylmation Junior. Vinylmation Junior Series 4, Small World. Probably my favorite series to date, released at D23 as a preview, as well as we previewed it here before we start rolling it out to locations. And there's a lot of trailers for Small World in the bin if you grab for them. So Series 5 is this and that. So if you take a look at the box panel, you can kind of see the arrows, so that's up and down. The one on my right, so your right, is rainbows and unicorns. So the whole thing is a play on words, which is a lot of fun. So then, I would imagine you're all waiting on pins and needles. But to find out what Junior Series 6 is. There's a Z in Junior Series 6. It's not the Z you're waiting to hear about, but he's cute. So really what I want to say is that I'm happy to announce that Vinylmation Junior Series 6 is themed to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. When Thomas and I started laying out this series, we had been talking about the dwarfs, and we kind of laid them out, and we're like, can we get to the number of characters we need? And I said that Small World was my favorite. This one's my new favorite, and we'll put out a couple of samples later today. It's spectacular, and I love how the packaging is rendered. You're going to want to display that with your figures as well. Haunted Mansion. All right, Mr. Casey Jones brings us the Haunted Mansion. I love the packaging for Haunted Mansion, just how we've rendered it. It just looks so spooky and crazy and glowing. So we previewed the Hatbox Ghost, and here are a couple more figures from that series. So we'll continue to start placing more and more figures on the blog as we go forward, but this will come out probably late spring, early summer. So for those of you, there's a wild rumor going out there that we're going to have a surprise release at the 999 event, or Room for One More event, excuse me. There's not going to be a surprise release of this series. It won't come out till next year. Star Wars. There's a lot of Star Wars figures in the trading boxes, so hopefully you're able to get them if you haven't been able to purchase it. And we have a lot more Star Wars coming as we speak. It'll be out in stores for about another year. But next May, we're going to do our first open edition Star Wars series. So it won't be a blind box series, it'll be open edition. And it's themed to Disney characters as Star Wars characters. So we have Stormtrooper Donald Duck. All right, in this one, Maria, where are you? Leia, Minnie Mouse. Love them. So there'll be 6 characters, Disney characters dressed as Star Wars characters in this series. And I think they're going to be fantastic, and we're buying them big. Star Wars, though, continues. So we've got Star Wars Series 1. There's a lot of Star Wars movies out there. So Star Wars Series 2 will launch next August. It's themed to New Hope, which was the original Star Wars movie. And here's a couple of the concepts from that series. So this one will come out in August. We love them. All right, Z. Now we want Z, right? Thank you for playing along with it. It's been a lot of fun for us. So hopefully it's been a lot of fun for you as well. So kind of here's what you know. Oh, all right, and someone's phone rang just when the phones came up. That wasn't planned. So in Urban 7 and in Occupations, we released 2 telephones. Actually 3, the red one as well, the variant. And there was a secret phone number on there. When these concepts first came to my desk, they actually had my office number on there. And Thomas kind of just slid it right by me, and I don't think I noticed it for a day or 2, so he's like, did you look closely at that? And I'm like, we need to change that. But what came from the idea of them putting my office number on there was like, we need a voicemail box. So well over a year ago, we established this, this voicemail box, and we knew that eventually we wanted to do something with it. So what did we do? We started posting these coordinates. Fun. So different theme park attractions around the world were reflected in these coordinates. Someone even picked up, what was it, the World's Fair. We even threw one of those in. We threw something in Japan, something in Hong Kong, something in France in there as well. And everyone really started to uncover. And no, it's not Park 7. I think we kind of revealed that though. We also had some photos. We started just giving some clues. If you look closely at the dog, he's got this P that's hanging upside down. So the P is actually part of what we want to talk about. So really, what is it? Vinylmation Park Stars, or actually Park Stars Vinylmation. So that's a title, but you don't really know what it is. So well over a year ago, Thomas, Eric Kazat, Casey Jones, and I were all sitting down and we were talking about what can we do that's new and different. You know, we love the Mickey platform. We love all of the series on Mickey. We love Park and Urban and Cutesters and everything else, but we really wanted to step outside the box. So there's one thing that we did know walking into it, that our partners at Walt Disney Imagineering are super talented people, and they also created a breadth of characters that are exclusive to Disney theme parks. So about that time is also when we were working with our partners at the Disney stores, so we wanted to work on something that we knew was really park specific. So that's really how Park Stars was born. So it's a series of 12 figures, all based on iconic Disney characters that are featured in our attractions. So start thinking about who they are and what they are. We then gave you this clue. This is probably the biggest one that we gave, or actually the second biggest one. And if you look at it, it says, think outside the mold. So thinking outside the mold to us meant more than just the platform. It meant everything about the series. So the first clue is, yes, the molds are different. The second thing is really how we sell them is different as well. So we released this image of Expedition Everest, and there's kind of something lurking in the background. And then how many people saw this one or were able to uncover it? Yeah, all right. So there's a Yeti. The Yeti is one of the figures, and if you look at him closely, he's a stylized Yeti. So if you think about it, all of the characters that are in the series are going to be stylized versions of the characters that they represent. So we love this Yeti. The other great thing, they're packaged in a tin. Everyone loves tins. So they're fun. And they're also packaged in a tray of 12. So what does that mean? If you want the mystery chaser, you have a 1 in 12 chance of blind picking the mystery chaser out of the tray. If you want the entire series of 12, you just need to buy one tray, you're not going to get duplicates. So as you can see, we love the Yeti and how he came out, and he is actually the star of that series. There's a couple more clues that we gave as well. In the shadows of this figure is actually our friend, Big Al. We love him, he's fantastic. So really start thinking about all your favorite characters in these attractions. I'm really nice to Figment fans this event, aren't I? I think so. So Figment, lurking in the background, and I think Figment, one of the first shadows that we showed was actually the new platform for Figment, and everyone kind of said it was a bowling pin, but it's not. It's Figment. So those are the first three. And really what I love this one, because again, I say the possibilities are endless, and the sky's the limit for what we're going to do. So all of those Park Stars series figures that I showed today, we're actually going to put on display so everyone will be able to get a closer look at it. And everyone will be able to replace their Park Z or their Z button. We've got Park Stars buttons that will be handing out for everyone as well.